Oh yeah. Unale we pledge with love and loyalty to we sweet, sweet mama salute. Now we all come together as one. For tomorrow, now we go make salute.
Family, welcome back to yet another very, very important segment where they come to the Talking Point platform. My name now Mr. Komon-Tok. Today, we get an interesting issue for can talk about. As we promised on yesterday, say we go count two big allegations from the SLPP as well as the APC for can help we look at a very important topic where they make rounds on the social media, where we title is Our Democracy Under Attack. If I follow here for people that we matter, we na lawmakers, people that we get the authority for talk on a subject here, because this means a lot for we. It means how we go forge together as a nation, how for consolidate to peace, what's not the challenges, what's not the drawbacks, how we as a nation for move forward. But most of the time where I can just sit down in a quiet moment, there are two things I like. The word from APC presidential flag bearer, when Samoa always say, Sierra Leone is my responsibility. And one thing back what I like, the SLPP then gets a motto or the slogan when they say one country, one people. I can sometimes think and imagine if we combine them here together, one country, one people, and we see Salone as we responsibility. I believe say Salone will be heaven on earth. So as always, we expect to not text, and definitely we go open the line. We want to get this message clear and now feel comfortable for ask questions there where they within the subject or the ask, and let's be civil, let's be respectful. And even at the first thing is for January, I want for use this opportunity for tell you, for welcome you that you watch we now two different platforms. Now TPP Leon who said they watch you on YouTube, or maybe we said they watch you on our Facebook Talking Point platform. We know they waste time. We go introduce we guess then one after the other. But like what I can say, a man best servant is himself. We go first give opportunity to Honorable Abdul Munuru Lansana, where we appreciate so much. We get on short notice and he respond. He should say yes, indeed. Now, possibly care about Salone people, and we appreciate them for that. Honorable, you get the platform. People in the listen, you find why. Which people?
Honorable Abdul Munuru Lansana, the Member of Parliament to represent the people of constituency 121, we cover Kleintown, Kanike, Blacko Road, and member of the Sierra Leone People's Party, and at the same time, member of the SLPP Communication Outreach.
All right, thank you very much. Again, fortunately, we get Honorable AKK, but they drive, they watch for Gunaos. So we're not going for able to see in video, but we'll get audio. Law we put inside, law we usher. Yes, Honorable, you get the platform. People then listen, you find wide.
On a good evening, people in this platform. Honorable AKK. I know it's within the next 15 minutes. Thank you very much.
All right, thank you very much. So for let you get two big giants there, political giants there. From the two big party there, I think say Dan and I heavy load. So I invite me friend, me comrade Naya, for like can help me, let them know about me. Because two lawmakers there, I guess one person, not gonna be fair. So I will yes, Mr. Kamara. Welcome to the program. Let them know about me. Let them know about me. Mr. FM possible can help me.
Yeah, good evening to the guests and of course good evening to the viewers and we would like to welcome on our all to another edition, and I believe say it will be entertaining on our all going journey.
All right, thank you very much. Now let me go straight. Like always, we'll not waste time. Let me go to Honorable. We don't see this question, they pumping, they scatter around social media. where they say it seems as if with democracy they under attack. And we believe say one of the lawmakers, one of the right people for can talk to reviewers. What do you make up of these statements where they circulate on social media? Say with democracy they under attack. Honorable Abdul Minuru Lansana.
Yes, with regards to that particular concept, democracy, somebody will go say democracy they under attack. Now, like waiting we learn where we will study journalism. That person where they study journalism, you get for know waiting that they call news and non-news. For instance, if dog bets Motaman, not a news at all. But if Motaman bets dog, it become a news. So once you able lay that line there, not to everything you take at news. Now, when you lay the line for waiting democracy mean, when you talk about democracy, if you take the Abraham Lincoln of definition of democracy, it said democracy is a government of the people, by the people, and for the people. Now, if you look at them three phrases and they, you didn't know say Sierra Leone democracy is really, really at the highest peak. And we get indicators the way they show say yes, with democracy they are the highest peak, and the institutions then we don't entrust with the power for make sure say they make with democracy they are the highest peak. They really, really day on that without any fear. Now I make one thing where we third arm of government where now the judiciary, they don't embark on that aspect where they take the case the court now to the people. Like if you look at the magistrate court level, you didn't notice say they don't open magistrate courts them now different districts. If you come now the central district when a Freetown, you didn't notice say waiting they happen at the high court, waiting they happen at the court of appeal. Plenty of them courts there. You go to call live streaming. Why then thing they happen? Because they said justice must be seen to be done. You see, and if justice must be seen to be done, you got to do everything in a transparent and open manner, so people can go see exactly what thing you try for portray and how you portray them. So at the end of the day, when somebody go back home, they know say yes, this now the process will they expect, and at this then do for make sure say the process is undertaken and it's undertaken well. So that was where they define democracy. If you don't look at them parameters they are, they go and say no, with democracy is X, with democracy is Y. But looking at that line they are, don't show, like for instance, access to justice. In access to justice, the legal system in the judiciary don't try for make sure say courts are established in every district and region through the magistrate court. And at the same time, at the central court where we get where now we law courts, they make sure say hearings the way they go they in an open system where they invite the key television and media houses them for cover them and let people know say yes, this thing they happen at the court and nobody know they're against anybody, but waiting they want for come out, now they come out and people they see live and clear. So to me, if anybody they draw line say democracy is under attack, in the one because now like that's somebody way not know the difference between what is news and non-news. We go and take that motorman we bet dog, a left arm, they go take the dog we bet motorman we not to news and turn on news. So to me, if I get that first question, that's where exactly I want to put them.
All right, thank you very much. Honorable AKK, you there with me?
Correctly, I'm here.
All right, what do you take? Because if I not say don't they follow these on social media, what do you take?
In 2018, just after the election, I think my first debate in Parliament, I tell the people in Salon say with democracy they under attack. I think now from that time they were postulate that theory they now it become some do and they follow up for no way to say if indeed there's differences in our democracy compared to the democracy we don't they study. You know, just like when my brother they say, democracy gets basic elements them. They go to call cultures of democracy depending on the country you dey. Sierra Leone is a fragile country we just come under conflict, and therefore we own democracy and we own political system. It's a fragile one, in which when they reach democracies around the world, we still then at the practicing level of democracy because there are things that they expect from we not for lead we back to war. But when you get a democracy in which institutions we're supposed to keep the democracy active begin lost their face in the eyes of the ordinary citizens and in the eyes of people when are moral guarantors to we country, and when issues them way responsible for the 11-year-old war where we faced now this country begin surface again now with democratic situations, then it is just say with democracy not normal again. And I imagine not the first and this we don't go into elections. In 1996 we go into election even when there was a rebel war, even when there was shooting and killing and cutting of hands, the Sierra Leoneans them accept say this now the time we need for go through this election no matter what happen. It was not a normal situation, but it was an acceptable situation for the Sierra Leoneans. In 2002, we went to elections again. The Sierra Leoneans accept the outcome. Why? In both situations, though President Kaba was president, but one thing it not be ever do, because I want to use the President Kaba in your scenario, for we understand why we believe so with democracy under attack. Key institutions where you get to do with democracy are not being dominated by a single tribe. Like NEC, for example, is dominated, key positions in NEC are dominated by one tribe. Statistics Sierra Leone, for example, where India show the figures where they determine elections, people were sacked arbitrarily, and majority of the people where they now one tribe. When you go to, like, he's talking about the court system. In the court system, we've seen situations where a particular political party, they go court, and then they get justice. Another political party, they go court, they're not even here, they matters them. These are institutions where they're key for democracy. We don't see in a situation of parliament where, with all due respect to my colleague, you understand, we've been in the same parliament, in the 5th parliament. We don't see a situation where you get 11 cases in court, you say 10 out of the 11 cases, then you understand, the 9, they're for do rerun. The 2, they're not for do rerun. You know, that's the show you say, what do we get as a country? You understand? We spend 5 years in the parliament. Everything where the past government be do in terms of laws, there are laws meant to suppress the opposition when it comes to elections. You talk about the cyber law, for example, he knows it. The raw copyright Kanawian was meant to oppress the opposition. You talk about the electoral act, what we do, when not even go, when ECSL not even go according to, it just say it was institutionalized to suppress the people. We see the military and the police out there attacking oppositions. You get election for the very first time in Asalowe, the opposition is not allowed to mount posts. Then there's posts at the south and the east. We run an election in which the entire no APC symbol no day. The entire Kenema district, no APC symbol no day. The entire Pujao. And it is normal for APC poster, the police don't do nothing. But it is abnormal. But even look at the SFPC poster continuously. We went through all of this. So you get institutions them, wherefore provide security, are being politicized to the point that they are more SLPP than even the member of parliament. We don't see presidential guards, wherefore guard the president, wherefore being non-political. They celebrate politics in Sierra Leone. And when the military and the police seem so involved into political activities, that's alone, what do they get? You don't hijack the political space. Then with democracy, it's under attack. There is no more freedom. We don't see people where they advocate, when not just members of the APC. They have been killed and brutalized in Pujao. Young man, they sell medicine, when just wear APC polo, they took and they kill them. And in all of those killings, nobody has been investigated. In all of those killings, no police, no ever hold nobody. In fact, if they beat you in APC, we're going to police and they lock you up back. Say, why you after them beat you?
All right.
This is not the democracy we used to enjoy.
Okay, thank you very much, Honorable. Yes, Mr. Ibrahim, you get any thing for throw on this?
No, I will pass this one over. I feel say both get them done, answer in the best way. There's nothing me able to add to that.
All right. So family, I want to help share the platform because they expect thousands of people and for watch this program, and we rely on her, honestly. So we they expect to for do just as usual for share the content. Yeah, please. One thing where I go at Honorable, I bring you can as soon as you don't just go at this, you get another 5 minutes on this one. You party refuse for take part because we don't want to ask you again because we don't know. We don't discuss it many times. Not a news again, not a new thing. You party when our APC refuse for partaking all level of governance in Sierra Leone. I mean, with the Bio administration. But some people in the arguing on social media say, now just a matter of time, add up will make una go inside, back una will go because women don't they go and say two other honorable they don't go they plan for go join or they don't go join Mohamed Bangura. What do you make up of this? Una stand by on a decision regardless of whether una get for experience economic crunch or economic realities. What you take on this one?
You know, it's unfortunate. I have said this, that the most interesting aspect when it comes to deliberations of we present position now when people they think say the only two important to the members of parliament now waiting that they get. He knows what we get as members of parliament is enough for us as an our upkeeping. But again, many Sierra Leoneans seems to forget say these same people that they call members of parliament belongs to political parties. We stand by our positions, not to participate in governance. Let me make this very clear. We stand by them because what we don't go through in the last 5 years in the hands of the SLPP as a party in government, it's just enough to say we are like in a bakery mixed with fire. Like me, they talk to you. So my house has been vandalized. I have been attacked in my house and with my family. You understand? Other members of parliament, they were then caged and then locked them with no immunity. We've been subjected to all kinds of ridicules. So it's not just about people telling us of what we get. Oh, now go losses. Now no go get salary. Now.
All right, I think Honorable they get challenged with.
Members of parliament. We as members of parliament for pay the price for Salon for get a stable democracy. If it costs we as members of parliament for deprive we serve for ensure say tomorrow we will get a credible, free and fair elections. One of the things where most people don't understand is the credibility of a democratic elections in a country rated by foreign observers is also part of what you need for a serious investment platform. So when we go and say this election is not credible, and other international partners, they say this election not credible, for some people, all they think is, oh, how they get money. No, the credibility of the country is being questioned. When you get international observers that they question in elections, the reason maybe they come, not for can dictate to you how you they run elections, but again, now for give confidence to people where one can invest in your country for rich democracy in your country. It's a shame on Sierra Leoneans, both home and abroad, that we get an election for the first time where there is not even dispute among the international observers. Everybody they cry say the same thing is wrong. And my brother when they with you, so they tell you say 92 of the Public Election Act mandate ECSL for GIWI a copy at the district level, for GIWI a copy of the result, for how we verify them at the regional level. So if both of them were not done, you input result. We don't have the talent center na Poloko. By the time we even get Cambia the result they come, the ECSL boss don't call 60% of the results already. So what was inputted? We did not verify the results. And the act tell we na 92 say we not only need for verify the result, we need for certify the result. We've already part of the certifying process. It was not done.
All right, thank you.
This is bringing our democracy to disrepute. This is bringing our democracy and our country in hard one piece.
All right, thank you, Honorable.
Don't forget, they recently asked 2 years back, EU do a report where say the Sierra Leoneans Sierra Leoneans don't get confidence in the judiciary. This is a shame. And we need to build some of these institutions.
Now we jump on to Honorable Abdul Miniru. You understand the gravity. I want to go function. I know say when I do a sitting yesterday, I want to go function with psychologically, how does it affect parliament? How want to be able to function as a parliament and by extension, with government if, like, where honorable don't talk, say they're not going for partake in any level of governance, including attending parliamentary city. What thing that you take? How this will affect you now, if it will affect you at all?
Like what they say, it all boils around representing the people. Because when you talk about governance, we look at inclusive governance. Yes, then get an issues where they don't raise and nobody can question it. The time where they feel say they don't be satisfied with whatever they don't raise, then will come and partake in the proceedings of parliament. Because by law, by indications, nobody not stop them from coming to parliament. Because the date was publicly announced and all members of parliament were reached out for let them come into parliament and participate into the proceedings of parliament. But like when you ask the question, how that will affect the governance system? Indeed, it will affect the governance system in a way because we want to see a blind of mixture. We don't want just see when they say all those in favor say aye, not just one aye the yeri, you need a yeri, anything going for the nay. So in that part there, it will affect the proceedings of government. But on the other hand, SLPP being that party way, don't go countrywide for make sure say they attract the attention of the voters. They attract the attention of everybody who believe in the party. Don't get the kind number where go able to make the proceedings of parliament go on exactly without any hindrance. Because with an 81 members of parliament and the PCMP don't give a quorum for make the parliament in works go on effectively. So the only thing we're going to look at, for instance, in the council gets in body where we call the administrative sector. Always we need now that part where we look at for say the political will. And that political will would expect for it come from the mayor or the chairperson them in the other districts and regions. But if that is not there again, we go lost the political will. But between me and you and the people where they listen, we not go lost what we call the operational system of the council. Because as I speak, even when we go into election, the council then still be the run, the council then still the operate, everything about the council. The only thing that political will not be. So we will still extend the olive branch to we brothers them because we want to see a blend of a mixture within the House of Parliament. Like where you look at other countries, the way now sister countries, now that kind of thing that we want to see in Israel, we not just want to see where the only person we are looking at is Mohamed Bagura. Me believe say then the issue not go for the farm because they're not getting anything for show. Then just they look for what we call sympathy. Because to me, like what I say, when you want to put democracy to test, the court system is there. Let me take a case study, Dr. Samura Kamara in Mata. If you listen to what the judge say, whether they tell and say, let them pull the thing from the television. Now, because they want to go backstage, tell the people and say, now which hunt? Now, make the wisdom of the judge be even make adjourn the matter after election. Why? Because some people they look at and say, the intention of the court was to disqualify Samura from participating in the election. Now, may the judge be say, no, what we are going to do in this matter is, let's adjourn until after election. So nobody may see the court as supporting a body. This very police who we they condemned today, these were police that has been there before SFP came to power. These are police where we all see where the only man, when we former publicity secretary, they put up Palemba Road. What's happening? For another man can cut the same Mutukanodi. The entire prison system, there was no vehicle for any man can cut. But at that time, and they waiting me to happen. They call SFP Mumu opposition. Yes, because we not be just want to take things up so that we go obstruct the governance of the system of the country. We want to see how a government can operate. A government can go as an entity where everybody goes to say yes, it's a blend. And if you follow all the process, even 2012 where we lost the election, what did happen? We went to court. The court look at the matter. They say we not follow the right process. Then throw it out of court. We not vex. We come again. We put the house into order. And at the end of the day, waiting, we go into the election. We not get any fear, but what happen? We win the election.
1 more minute. Quiet.
Yes, we win the election. So now that kind of thing they don't want to see. We brother they talk about them winning the election. I don't know on which parameter they draw the conclusion say they win the election. There is the court. Una get una RRFs. Una get with him, take it to the court. The court is now running in an open television system. Let everybody go. You open your IRF to the court. The people are waiting out, they watching television and not say exactly this
if I
election
can jump
was.
in, Honorable, that has to come with the confidence. According to according to EU, for example, because now a credible institution, one of the reports, follow-up reports, would then do 2008, where they released 2021. Then the public opinion of Sierra Leoneans, majority, they now get confidence in the court. So asking them for going to court, perhaps this could be a reason why they say we don't get confidence in the court, in the judiciary.
Yes, like what I said, now they don't view that. But to me, I hold a contrary view, and I just draw the line. Because the courts want let people get confidence in the court system, now maybe the one way to call an open court system. Now, based on the accusation where we brought them levied on the courts be able to publish all the cases the way go. People abandon the case. And if you go with a case in court, you not follow up, what did happen? The court, they throw them out. So on that line, where they say a trust, let them put the court to test, let everybody follow up in the media and know whether the court is what the taste of salt, or they know what the taste of salt, and then they draw the line.
Thank you very much, Honorable. Yes, Carmo, you want to anything to Honorable AKK?
Yeah, I will start with like you put the question like now the financial part you put them, and obviously me not look at them that way. Me just go ask the Honorable how that an action they to start with illegal, then waiting they intend for achieve if they not go parliament at all.
Yeah, Honorable.
Thank you very much.
Okay.
Yes, I get to now.
Okay.
First of all, Munir Lansana they try to make a point. I think I want to make you understand better. One, if you go back, I still refer to 92 of the Public Election Act. What do they ask for? Not extraordinary and not even need for typical court. Yeah, he has studied law. Me not a lawyer. Me not a peace expert. I think that's the difference we two get now. But let me say this. Clearly, I'll explain to you. See, oh my God. You they get me, sir? Or they get me?
Yeah, they get you. Yeah. You did lie.
Okay. The act tell we say, first of all, when you do the tallying at the district level, it should be done in the district office, and the district returning officer for Gilna and the parties them for certify the result at the district returning officer as office. If I not say na any side, it's na in office. Was this done in the last election? No. Do we have a compilation of the results? No. At the regional also, then tell we say they for do at the regional center. Was it done? No. Were the results given to us? No. Are we asking for something that is extraordinary? No. We are asking for those processes that were meant to be done in 92. You understand? To be done now. You understand? Simple as that. If they are not done, and we believe say the elections were rigged, you understand?
All right. It seems as if Honorable they get some issue with in connectivity. Or I think. All right. We go still all in balance 3 minutes, just in case it can't say. For long no keep with viewers and longer than this, we go jump on to Honorable. Honorable, there is a claim where they say from Dr. Prince Adin. Dr. Prince Adin, they say, you with me?
Yeah, yeah.
Yes. Because that's a very important for you can help you understand, because this don't go viral, and since all they try to promote national cohesion, democracy, and all those kind of beautiful fancy things in good governance. There is a video will be they go around. I don't know if you don't, or a statement will they go around. I don't know if you don't get you don't listen where Dr. Prince Adin, the SLPP chairman, they say they will never hand over power to APC. Are you aware about this statement?
So me, like we say, we are bottom, and then they take them as anything stronger. Because, for instance, if we could do what we call a flashback in 2006, where Solobi be the campaign, what he say? He said, I like that one person votes for me at the top president. But at the end of the day, what happened? We lost the 2007 election. So if we certainly they say so, now, the thing what they expect from any chairman of any party, and let's be they say, he not go left power now the hand of opposition. Because he as a president, he will hand over to somebody who will continue in legacy. So remember, he was the president by then, making short a statement. So if a chairman who is heading the party could say, I will not hand over power to opposition, it tells you he's putting the mechanism in place. He's ready for do everything humanly possible. Wait for make we go out more, we deliver for the people more, so that when it comes to voting, they don't get any alternative, but rather to vote the Sierra Leone People's Party. So if the chairman they say so, I go draw that line there for say he's saying it based on his capacity as a chairman, and what he believes say as a chairman, if the modalities are put in place, there will be nothing of a difference but to continue to lead the Sierra Leone country as a party under the Sierra Leone Party. Like we'll get the ANC in South Africa, we'll just go for change matter and bring in the new flag bearer, we go win the subsequent election and continue for lead the people of Sierra Leone.
So if I get your point, you have don't reiterate or support the statement say, because it make measure of Mexico, the I think the IRP party we don't rule for up to 70 years. Is that something?
Yeah, but South Africa, the ANC. South Africa again, the ANC.
No, I talk about in what he make reference to in the chairman.
Now they tell you, me just they add the reference to South Africa ANC.
Okay,
ANC still continue to be the party. They just they change their leaders. So in Sierra Leone too, we want to get the same thing. Remember, before APC left na power, what did they tell we? They say power not to by turn how you walk. And so as a government, we continue to deliver. One, the problem organ salon and a feed salon. Now make we agenda number one, now feed salon agenda we get. And once we able feed salon, I believe that the people are not get any option but to take SLPP as a party where they go believe and rely on, because we don't give them better education. If we can't attack them belly, we give them electricity. What next? We give them water. We don't need anything. The basic needs don't be amended. So we continue for lead as a government.
Yeah, but where this the worry now where a lot of Sierra Leoneans engage now the credibility of the election where international observers then get. Now we see they're on this impasse where the main opposition party they refuse even for going to parliament or take part in any level of governance. That one. New don't pull their own statement, then contradict Mohamed Kone, and even Carter Foundation then say don't pull a statement. They say contradict Kone, which he announced. And a lot of people from social media around in Sierra Leone, both home and abroad, then they get the fear, say, if things are not being addressed, perhaps we'll get voter apathy for 2028. You know, if you say there's a cloud of doubt in the ECSN?
When it comes to observation, it just seems like what's in the football game they talk about. In the football game, we always see a team where no win, go either blame the coach or then blame an attacker who is supposed to make a very good use of a ball where they push away for score. Once in Odua, at the end of the day, they can even move them blame to the ref for say, we be get penalty, now the ref no award with the penalty, wait for them make we win this game. So that situation they can always boil around when it comes to analysis. So to we as a party, we not say we don't win the election first round. APC be win in 2012 first round with 58%. So we look at us saying we not do we homework well. Me being a member of the outreach, and they even look at us say we not do homework well, because if we do homework well, we not forget anything less than 60%. But 56% yes was a better goal for us, and we'll work on that for see how we go get over 75% in the oncoming election. Now that we want to see how we move with. So the analysis the way they do. Now just an analysis by their own perception. For instance, if you go to my kitchen way dark, Miss Abusa the next day because I blast enter the kitchen. But you will come, we don't see say the kitchen dark, we don't know say the next day. You go look at and say this kitchen is not human friendly. Why? Because when you don't enter there, you don't know exactly how you for go and access the next way you want. Pass me waiting at the kitchen come. NEC don't make the thing very clear, and they don't make them data them very open. Me brother where they talk in no say it has been in history up till now. When an election is conducted, no ballot box they come on a center when are not open up, pull the vote and count the vote. Every party they send a party representative where they count the people, where they count the station. So if the body we don't count that representation, we don't count the data we want to send up for. We get a system, when an electronic system. Once you walk, you enter, you figure the people appear with situation room, and with situation room they show with data. Then with data not be anything contrary from that of ECSL alone. Then we take we sister when I call it new, then just use what you call in research methodology a random sampling, and a random sampling that they will give you the real result, because I just test and test the result.
If I can jump in inside and in survey, you don't need, because for example, I think one of the simple example, like all my mother they cook in the kitchen, you don't need for bill all the soup, all the plazas, the cassava leaf, potato leaf, or whatever, before they know say the soup sweet. Then just need a tip. Then just need a particular load and get experience. And just need for take small, then put on. Maybe now then put on at them palm, then send on at them more. They know if the pepper not do. They know if Maggi not do. They know what to not do, and then we'll just go in and do the correct thing. And
yeah,
but you probably will agree with me. Say you just need a sample. And you argue say, in fact, their sample and be used past election at 500 and something they use, and this year they increased them to 771, which means they get better formulation for capture, waiting and capture. So, what you will say about that?
Yes, I will still use that example here about the plazas. When you look at the plazas where you cook, if you just put salt inside or you bail for taste, you're not gonna get the actual taste, because what did happen? When you put the salt inside or Maggi or pepper, you go for mix and forth. You go for stir them up. When you stir them up, now you go make
Mama, the kenomics.
So
allow me. Let me just
up the plazas well. What did happen? The moment they put salt, then they bail for taste. And when they bail for taste, then they will get the actual reflection of what's in the votes that they really do. So that make the able end up with that own place. So at the end of the day, what happened? If you look at new and data, then give SFPP 53%, while in JPC something like 46 or 7. It tell you say the percentage where they left out of that and 750 people where they use. Now that percentage they left because they not steer well the plazas. Now you give it that 3% extra when they left anyone, but they take everything together for count.
Thank you. I think Kamo, you want to jump in, eh?
Yeah, I will. Me now one part, like the part where me will ask the honorable, be clear from the European Union, let's say Qatar Center, they all make like the same observation. I mean, then decision, then report, then talk about the credibility of from the tabulation point, and we definitely make like the countries that we get the strongest democracy in the world. They are yet to congratulate President Madabiyo based on their report, and then talk about the credibility. And definitely, I believe say that no sit well with them. We make them not congratulate them, and I believe say there's a bit of impasse for the relationship between the international community. I'm not saying that be precise.
Moderator, just you know, I am online now. Are they online?
Okay, honorable. Thank you. Okay.
Yeah. So like then let's say the countries that we get the strongest democracy, we like now the European Union and the UK and of course the US. So how you feel say that, of course, in the end that casts doubts for the entire credibility now of the election outcome anyway. How these governments will able to carry on without they not get that kind of trust and the right relationship with their country there. And that's my main question to the honorable.
Yes, I like that part say. When you look at Sierra Leone is a sovereign state. Nobody can take that away from us. And Sierra Leone being a sovereign state, we get all what it takes for we function. Yes, nobody lives as an island. We need them for advice or whatever. But me and you know say we resist against colonialism because we wanted to be independent nation. So if we take whatever they say as a policy way for guide it's like we are losing that credibility of independency rather than we are selling our independency to what we call dependency. We don't want to say sister all the same new colonialism. So if the white man and they tell me what you for do,
like sorry for interrupt you. Like, I think that you digress more in the sense when you they put up your where you play football match, you know the loser they always complain. That'll be your argument. Say okay,
yes.
But in this case, the observers there, this is not the talk about sovereignty now. You bring in people there, we not like other independent spectators and where they did, then go make reports, then you report. And in the sense, not so like then get any stringent or any strong action last year we then will take against Salon, then will sanction Salon or waiting. But then self come up because they're not getting nothing for benefit. Then just want to make sure say they observe and give an independent report. And when they give a report, then talk say there was transparency issue at the tabulation point and the tallying and who said and tabulate anyway. And now, by their own standard, whenever they get them kind of reported, they not even congratulate them kind of government then they. And which of course that they put some doubt. And then country and then get the strongest democracy, regardless of how you look at them. Of course, others they don't do them. China then get their interpretation, then can easily do it. Russia get one man we don't do all these years. So you know things say this is a damage with credentials and with democratic credentials and now that mean it talk not
well,
about
so me I take and say in one way in the damage. One thing about the white men, they get like a word for describe anything. When white man support you as a rebel, they call you freedom fighter. Now only when they're against you, they call you rebel. Because if you look, for instance, now we take Libya. Libya was having a legitimate government with a Gaddafi. Then support the people for rebel against Gaddafi. Then call them people and they freedom fighters. So one thing about the white man, then they use adjective where they want for please themselves. But if then they're against a government, what did they say? They say that government is serving as a suppression or oppression government.
Thank you very much, Honorable. Not we be fair enough. Not bringing Honorable AKK. It began internet issue, a network issue, but at least it didn't inside on anger for quite some time. At least I believe so. We go give some time where we Honorable don't spend a lot. Honorable, I believe so. You listen, winner. One of una demand where some people and say outrageous now that una ask for make election in 6 months time. Realistically, una feel say this achievable, Honorable AKK.
Okay, I don't know if you know they get me clearly.
Yes, they get you.
They get me
loud and clear.
All right. I will try to explain before I go off the mic. Yeah. First of all, we demand them chronological. They are so systematic. First, give us the raw data. We were meant to have the at the district. I am back. I know letting they shut the line.
Okay, go ahead.
But you already get me.
Loud and clear.
I found my brother I found to 92 because it was active when those laws were made. And now you fresh in mind. When they made their laws and some of the arguments that will be put forward. I remember Honorable Arabi they say for the area where in day na Falaba, for Komon Falaba, for Kana McKinney at the regional office for Kantale result. And they take almost 2 days. Therefore, now we get the tallying being done at the district level. We always support that idea there because we also want to know at the district level, because now a district block system, at the district level, by the time don't tally done, you're able to collect the results easily across the country. And the NEC ECSL deny the people of Sierra Leone that part of the constitution, which is legal. You understand? And they not use them, they count on the regional. And even at the regional center, the result was not collected before it was announced. So what we they ask for is just give us. I read the tradition say the political parties get the IRF form. Now also help am small. And not let for use the word now educate am. Now an educated man. But now help am small. The reason why they give the IRF forms to political party, now for them get an instrument by the time they can for can tally. If you not get IRF forms, wait till you dey tally. When you get the IRF form, when they tally say polling center 1, SLPP 2, APC 4, you dey watch you IRF form we get for ensure say the result when they go into the database and a correct one. So if you know all the IRF form, you not collect the result based on the IRF form holding at the center. How do I verify the result? But we are banking on the fact that the law make provisions for let them give you the result. It then 92 clearly. This is what was invaded. If Unane will give you the result, we they kindly ask for let them do a rerun of the election result. So it is not just like it can isolatedly say we want a rerun in 6 months. First of all, give us a rundown of the results by polling centers. That's the first demand. If you're not there, we want a rerun in 6 months. And if they do that rerun there, not so Mohammed and Kone forbid the electoral commissioner. But I agree they make statement the way as educated as he is. I'm afraid not to respond to the one in there because we live in a state where they can arrest anybody at any time. But for a country then Africa, and the boast of insovereignty at the expense of the country integrity, I am afraid this language what they use for defense.
All right, seems as if
Hello?
Hello, brother, that's me.
Yeah.
I will say that come in quick, honorable. Yeah, honorable
Yes.
AKK. Would you get you out?
If we use sovereignty,
yeah,
would they use them in a way for sure say we get power as a nation? We are damaging the reputation of this country. He has said rightfully, Sierra Leone is not in an island. Therefore, we therefore ensure in relation with other countries, we not use arrogancy for keep wisdom and power at the expense of the nation integrity. What you would say is these are institutions from 1996, even when there was war, even when people's hands were cut off, elections were rated to be good. Even in 2002, where APC say the election was rigged, our election was rated to be good because the tallying system was done in a clear fashion. All waiting everybody don't call for is the tallying of the result was not done well. How do you imagine in Sierra Leone, knowing the voting pattern as alone? You get people they vote, 200 people they vote for presidential, and then 150 they vote for mayoral. Are you telling me people were only giving 2 ballot papers and they're not getting the balance for? In request for get power, in request for rules alone, let we not damage the integrity of we country, and let we not plunder we country in image, and for kill we potentials in the investment market because we want power at all costs. I am begging. These are easy things to do. For me, the way they shock me now the fact say the government, the president, wherefore able say, wait, if the opposition is crying foul, can we institute an independent committee for look into this issue? Now they are the same people where they defend ECSL. This is a no-go area. The issue of the APC is not against the SLPP. The issue of the APC is an institutional problem with the ECSL.
Coming.
Yeah. AKK,
so let us solve the problem.
Honorable AKK.
Let us solve the problem.
Yeah. Like, the question, I go back to the question where I asked. All waiting you they say, I believe say that they're out there.
Honorable don't go out. I don't go out.
Okay.
You know the.
I think say still over because me na one part we call like the things them. Like just clarify.
You don't join me back. You can ask again. Go ahead.
Yeah, the statistical inconsistency where they talk about it clear. Anyway, Mrs. F, we're not a part of the process, but I can able argue and it's very difficult for let's say somebody go to a police station, you get 60% residential and you get what's it called, and that be then at the report them clear anyway, that is consistent with the result. But my question still is, they don't make this decision as a party You understand? And say they know they go parliaments now. They know they take part now, any level of governance. Waiting the intent for achieve with that. If AKK you on the line, and my question is, in the end, what would you, maybe they look the financial, say, man, then go hard up, then we'll go back. No. I believe, say, a lot of them get integrity, then rather go, then they hungry and die, then all go for that reason. But in the end, what would you achieve? Let's say they don't come back to the point there, and it stay like that for like 5 years. They know they come 5 years, so then go only bad laws, them way will make them even no go even get for contest the next election, or we will even make them lost the election. You know, if they don't analyze like the implications and the pros and cons, why they not get for go, and at which point then go reach the decision for go. And what if they not meet them and demands and they at all? They not go right through the entire 5 years. Now these are just one, because anything where you engage in, you want to know in the end what thing you want to achieve. Honorable AKK, I don't know if they get me.
All right. I think Honorable gets issue. All right. Well, we go bring Honorable Abdul. Honorable President Bio puts up a cabinet where it seems to be getting accolades from different people, especially the women percentage. You get something. You get the platform now. What you want to talk about this cabinet itself?
Yes, like what would they talk about the election? The new cabinet now a replica of the election, because the laws the way this country be done lay now laws the way they give every facet of society a representation. My brother, like what rightly say, we now be the talkers them now the last parliament, and we continue for talk for make sure say we get the correct things done. Inside this cabinet, you see what we do the last parliament. We say we need over 30% female representation. You see now clearly, parliament we get 17 women. They now boast of 41 women coming in as parliamentarians in terms of women. Now, if you look at the cabinet, you see a whole young guy when Senge being made a chief minister, a young guy when a Cheng Oba being made an information minister. So you see the kind of blend of youthfulness, you know, see the kind of blend of gender, everything within the governance system. When it don't get like the acceptance in the country and even internationally. Because after the follow-up, for instance, I don't listen to interviews, I don't listen to other things the way VOA, BBC don't get to the chief minister, and even Cheng Oba, when not even go through the parliament, when I just nominate, they don't nominate them first, we need approval. They already get acceptance in the world, because this is the kind of boy where they form a whole organization what they call Children Forum Network, when I one of the most renowned. So the president envisioned in doing that. Now, but make sure say by the time in the go, and they left this country now, we young hand, who are the young man them. So now that's exactly the cabinet they talk about.
All right, thank you very much, Honorable. You get to where, Honorable AKK. Honorable AKK.
Yes, I get to that clearly.
All right, okay. One very important thing we see on social media, when a presidential candidate, when Dr. Samuel Kamara seems okay. Honorable Longo back. Lord, we just patient a little bit. Your family, they can open the line. Lord puts the but do you allow just tell the questions then to allow just a call based on what we put on the platform. Is our democracy there under attack? Now just ask the question to the panelists then. Definitely then go answer. I will can't read a text there. The number we get for call, we not open the line yet. We not open the line yet. We not open the line yet. Now the number now the +444 772 94973. We not open the line yet. People that don't begin call. Or la time force. We not open the line yet. Family there. I just put on for let people and get her. Just get her now. You phone 110. Let you get ready. But we not open the line yet. +444 772 9491732. That's not the line where you go call, but we not open at 8. All right. Now we are also not going to understand because Honorable AKK the struggle for join we because of maybe it travel anyway. Just that out of respect, both of them, we call them with no protocol. They give me the go ahead, say, go ahead. We really appreciate them for that, because we know some honorable then we can make like say, I mean, they keep behaving kind of unprofessional, They don't get time for talk to people. But then two gentlemen there, then give it their own time. I think so, for commend them for that. But honorable the struggle that make you see the count more to honorable Abdul Munir, because now in the studio, and since now stakeholder and not enjoy me all the time, but the time will get a lot make good use of them. Okay, Famul, Law we open the line now. When I go call and ask, the line don't open officially now. Waiting on your question where you ask honorable. This is an opportunity where you get now. A lot of funa be don't look for the opportunity for talk. Okay, we get the first caller. Yes, call outside the call from.
Hey, Mr. Komon-Tok, I'm calling from Washington, concerned citizen.
All right, you get the platform. What you want to ask the honorable then?
Good afternoon. Thank you, honorable. Thank you, gentlemen, for participating. The question to the honorable, I got three-part question. The first question is, what think since now the president don't expand the government, the ministries, we have now 17 ministries and 64 ministers and deputy ministers that have been appointed. Since the country cannot even fund themselves, why we have such a bloated government? Number one. And the second question is, based on transparency, Honorable Lansana, and both honorables, why would I not go ask ESL to release all the data so the public, the Sierra Leoneans, and the rest of the world will see this data and move on?
All right.
And the last part of the question that I have for both gentlemen, what you now plan for do, because we na kono akomot 50 years since independence na kono, nothing, the diamond capital na the world, nothing have been done for that city or that area. What you now plan finally for the area? Thank you very much, Mr. Komon-Tok.
Yeah, who's the call from? Now we get to say the call from.
I was calling from Washington, D.C.
Thank you very much. All right, now take another call. Yes, we get another caller. Yes, call outside the call from. All right. Yes, call outside the call from. Who's side they call from? All right, Priscilla. Yes, we get two honorable there. We get Honorable Lansana as well as Honorable AKK. Whose question we are ask them with regarding the topic?
Actually, me, I just want to contribution because I can't listen to the program.
All right, because this today exclusively we invite them gentlemen for Leona ask and question. So the contribution will be tomorrow. If question not there, then I suggest you wait tomorrow. Okay?
Okay. I will manage one question, please. So, the honorable of SNPP, I don't know the name. I just can't listen to the program. But the question what I get for him is about the elder when they get when they Prince Harding. I see a video of Prince Harding some time ago where they talk say they're not going never hand over power.
Yeah, sorry for cut short caller. I think yes, you're right for say you joined the program late. Honorable answer Nandi, you don't give your own way I look at her. So if you get another question to ask. No, you know, explain that. I make I say you late for join. You confirm and say you late for join. So now we just left and so yeah. Thank you very much.
Okay, no problem. Thank you. I just know say in alone not able to decide the destiny of Sierra Leoneans.
All right, thank you. All right, thank you. Yes, we get another caller. Yes, call outside the call from. Yes, call outside the call from. All right. Okay, this yes, call outside the call from.
Yeah, I call from here.
All right. Maybe you increase your volume. We need to get you loud.
Yeah, I get you very well.
don't happen. We European Union no congratulate after the election. And that question.
All right. Okay. Very good. Thank you.
This is the first one.
All right. Thank you very much for your question. All right. Let's take another call. Yes, call outside the call from. We get another. Oh, don't miss this call. Yes, call outside the call from. Yes, call outside the call from.
Yes, Mr. Cap, good evening. How do you evening?
Yeah, Mr. Komon-Tok or Asuna Court. You choose one.
Oh, Mr. Komon-Tok, Mr. Komon-Tok. Greetings to Mr. Kamara with the C.
Yes, whose question will you ask the Honorable then?
Yes, sir. Well, this question, where are they asked? They asked two questions. The first question, they go to Honorable Muniru of the LSPP. Honorable Muniru of LSPP. This kind of democracy, where right now is LSPP the practice on Sierra Leone. If na other party, the different practice as opposition, you will be pleased for let we continue with this kind of way. Secondly, from the registration process on these elections with Mr. Mohamed Kone, the way where he behave, the intransparency, the way where he put up, if na other party been there na power, they only them on opposition, how you go look at them? Then to you, Mr. NKK of the APC, what you una feel say it will happen to una if una not ever go to this parliament, 25 years done, then now una and the judiciary una kind of like enemies there. What if they continue to do the same thing where una they complain about? Then maybe like for example, because I don't see them the register some party them. If like the PPRC, like where they say if they register una, because they don't care for say whether una a big part or whatever, they will little una to anyway. If they register una, then una not able for going to elections. How una go see that one day? That's your question.
Thank you very much. All right, let's take another call. We'll just take 2 more calls, though we allow let the panelists answer, because if we say we take all the calls, then you know we're possible for make them respond. Yes, caller. Yeah, suicide call from. All right. Yes, you are asked question or you want to contribute to the program? No, question. Do you have count them specifically? I can ask them questions. Go ahead, please.
If you prefer me asking questions.
Go ahead, please.
More or less a question and stuff. Well, actually, as we all know, we go on the election. I'm sure I'll not listen to the various speakers there and the 2 honorables there. But again, make I just make me point to the honorable Lansana for the SLPP. In the talk of the election, and he asked why they were not challenging the case to the court. Activities of the court, and we see the activities of the ECSL. But because to me, I think because it favored them, let's assume and now these particular activities go on right from registration, right from all of this the census, where they say the Kenema that is southeast, they get more population than Freetown, which is not possible. So, laying the honest opinion, what you can say about even that census reflection, looking at Kenema and looking at Freetown, from the votes now, from the school system, you can tell, with your honest opinion, if you want still say that statistics is stand, that's part of the county in Kenema, they still get population more than Freetown.
All right, thank you.
Again, the question when I get one question more for them. More look at the crime rate today, and more look at the SLDP per se in their own in the core center of the SLDP. Presiding with the chairman, order for kill somebody. He was arrested. I think one within a day they release him. So how that kind of person they lead a party?
No, we not what you caller. We not go allow you to say in order because you don't get proof for substantiate what you say in order for kill.
Yeah, listen,
No, that's not a serious message, Nandi. No, you talk now. Yeah, we always can advise people because we know we can say we give you a mic. We and you can say Prisadi. You can talk and in your own quiet way, but thousands of people in the watch here. If you can't get the platform, it seems as if we condole that, And if you get a proof, it's fine. But you don't get proof for say Prince Adin ordered, that's a strong statement. Say he ordered the killing. So, gentlemen, when I don't get the first sample questions, waiting on our take. Let's start with Honorable AKK. Still here with me?
Yes, I do tonight. They're online.
All right, okay. You are reading some of the questions away Fambule don't put. What's now you take?
I read some of the questions. The last question before I go on offline is what we hope for achieving this.
Yes.
I don't listen to many people. I don't read many journals columnists on this current trend in Sierra Leone. And one of the way that they do cleverly is then they get an historic perspective of elections from 1970 something to now. Meaning these are not things that were not happening. They were happening in Sierra Leone. All we seek for now is forget the situation where we go address the things the way they happen. So, and there must be a cutoff point to all of this injustice. We don't happen as alone. One call each way they make series of points them. This election saga all depends so not starts when they announce result. It starts from day one. After they announce result, we see Nakenema, them beat a policeman, then kill him by civilian, and then the videos are all over the country. We see in Kono, people who are perceived to be APC were chased over to Toka. Just after 2018 elections, we can a parliament, we see a situation where police and can a parliament beat people, get a speaker where at the time when they elect them, the opposition was not there, they still go ahead. We see a situation in which they force censors down the throats of people, even when you not get the constitutional mandates for doing. We still say for sake of peace, let we go work. We see a situation where they make laws. Now these countries where by the time where them be doing the Cyber Act, if we are not professional as MPs for reduce them, so until you call me so I go afraid for talking on phone. We see all of the steps where SFP take in the last 5 years, we are all geared towards these elections. Yet still, they came to the same elections, we are only asking for one simple thing. Give us the disaggregated results by polling centers. This is not too much to ask for. We have not gone to the bush. We not call for protest. We not defy any other state functions. Give us the results today. Tomorrow we are going to parliament. If we cannot do this as a country, we are only saying election don't mean anything to anybody anymore. Because just give APC power, they appoint anybody for big electoral commissioner. Una vote, whilst una go there and wait for results. The man gap all the money we go announce results. So we are saying we need to safeguard our democracy. For me, we demand what we make as a party. It's enough to clear the name of our country if it's ECSL do am. Because now the same tool ask for, now all international community asks for. So if you show what you've done is right, why not just produce the results? This is not call for peace envoy. This is not call for national dialogue. No, bring the results. After the results in findings, then we can talk about national dialogue.
So what if
we go there on this until we get
Honorable, what if they not put this out at all? When are they
now we go continue for day. Of course.
And
something must be done about this.
One caller asked
something must be done about this because Today we are young. Let me, what we stand to gain is to put our democracy straight. I am saying this. In 1982, Abbas Mundu was a young man when he entered politics. Up to date, he became minister, tried they can be speaker. So, if the wrong things we have done at that time, he would have helped Sierra Leone to correct them now where they happen under a regime. Waiting be up where we will go into war now because people will continue to suppress themselves. And then said the only mechanism now for going to bush. We're not going to bush. We are using this as a mechanism for let we say we need to stop this thing. How do you go to election and somebody just gap one they go call result? How you go call result or not tabulate? If you tabulate, why you not go produce them? At least we must say a cutoff. We must put a cutoff point for now we continue not going to war again. Now not give we picking the opportunity for feel depressed tomorrow and go to bush. We have to pay the price. And that's what we're doing.
The cutoff points
we need to pay the price.
The cutoff points are when?
Until we have the results. The thing is easy. I imagine if every Sierra Leonean join we, including those in the SLP people, say, okay, ECSL, please publish this result. One granted they publish them. This is a political action. We are not going to court. We don't trust the court. That does not mean the court is not doing well. We don't trust the court. And what do they ask for not illegal? It is in the law. We for not receive even before they read the result. Go na 92. I still the court 92 for my colleague. Let it go 93. They meet and they all with the action another one day. If you don't produce it, we don't go to parliament. And it's not called for peace. Nobody has been stoned. Nobody has been assaulted. Who don't know people that they talk about ordinarily of how governance they go fire them, then kill them both. Tell me who has been killed under extrajudicial killing when they don't try that policeman day. Tell me the people who don't burn houses then during the election period. Who has been tried? Tell me now when they burn party office, who that they don't arrest? Tell me now put when they stone Samuel come out tear gas, who that they arrest? Who has been called to justice? Nobody. What do you trust? A judicial system that doesn't work for the opposition? It's sad. So we are saying if it continues so we don't mind, we stay off governance until the right thing is done. It is not for us today, but for posterity. Munir Lansana enjoyed putting a parliament in a legal way. He was not voted for. He did not win the votes.
Yeah, honorable.
He went to parliament, 10 of them. We don't go be another one day again this time around.
All right. Yes.
We have not asked for much. When I give you the disaggregated data, that's all we ask for. Give us the disaggregated result.
Yeah,
for more they ask for, all the thing they ask for ECSL. Oh, for peace sake, Lord, go ahead. We don't go ahead. We don't reach now. Don't tell me. We know they pass now. Give us the disaggregated result. That is easy to do.
No,
we not ask for any other thing. We not say we give the presidential staff. No, that's reasonable. We not say we make we vice president. Just give us the disaggregated result. We go to parliament, we go to councils.
Yeah,
what is difficult to do?
All right, okay. Honorable, I jump in quick. Yes, Honorable Lansana, you said we don't get the callers there. I will respond to some of those callers there. I hope so they take jotting.
Yes. I just want to respond equally because the callers they make it very clear. As a party, like when we rightly say, we want to see everybody participating. And this country, like when my brother say, is a country of law. We get the constitution. Anybody we get access for read the constitution, go open section 16, wait till it talk. Because in they say extrajudicial killing. Nobody no left work and a free tongue, then just go fire you where you not do anything. Nobody no left sit down and use, then just go fire you where you not do anything. But that is an assignment for another day because the constitution make it very clear in section 16, waiting now the condition we govern that and how it go. The callers them, one of the caller, I don't know if you could bring some of the thing them for me, because thing don't mix up na my head. Like we take a 1-1.
So one asks about the census. I want to respond, given the fact that then
very good. Now, yes. Now that's exactly how I'm bring coming. We all seen at this country, like maybe they go to media, then tell them the way the government publicize, say we forget census. And the question will be they ask now, Waiting APC stand for lose if they count the people of Sierra Leone, when they tell them Sierra Leone not go for count them. And if government don't go out for count, they don't come with a figure. And we all know say census figure, now a figure for development, now a figure for transformation, now a figure for growth. Census figure not to just a figure for election, because election can always get your own data. Election registration is always done. So if you government don't pull a proclamation where we all know say by all indication section 38 don't make them very clear right down in the descriptions where they don't say census should be done just after 5 years to 10 years. It depends on any time where you want to when at the midterm census. So if that they don't happen, you rule them out. At the end of the day, then count the people and you say they don't overcount that in areas. Why? They don't undercount that in areas. Then now you know which conclusion you do, because you don't tell the people that say they not come out for let them register them. So if at the end of the day they are not registered, I believe say you cannot cast the blame on anybody but yourself. It comes to the election as well. Everybody was going out to campaign. Nobody not stop you. Let you not go put your banner. Who say you want them? Would that be the follow-up? I put banner from Waterloo to Mashaka. And not take 1 week, then pull all day. But yet, we not tired. We go put again. Because it's about politics. Some man no one see another person in your poster. And the people that they do they are not the candidates. They are just supporters where they feel they... Yes, sir.
Another question, the way somebody be asked, say, you say, under the same circumstances, they are where they conduct this election. What if, like, you be at the other side of the aisle, then conduct under them circumstances, what thing will be you take?
Like my brother in first election we contest at 2018. Me on first election we contest at this country in 2012. And that 10 day we all know say now the 1000 and tell we say go police. And what to do? We go court, because we know they look the institution, we cry them down. Just like where that man they ask. It say what if PPRC look at and say APC not partake in this election, where they don't win, they not go to parliament. The next election, then cancel and say they not for contest. Waiting go be then cry again. Me contest 2012 election. We conduct the election, we know what happen. We never count Christiana Top go announce. It say you will not feel please go police. And at the end of the day, we went to court. The court again tell we say we break the processes, the procedure all for go through. And at the end of the day, watch at will say yes. Petition get time, wait for petition, it get a time frame. We not meet up to that time frame. We went back to the drawing board. We do what's necessary. We come back in 2018 for campaign to the people. At the end of the day, we win. So if me be there like how me brother than this, so the best I can do now, go to parliament, participate in the lawmaking, so that I'm not gonna make any law where go deter me party from continuing to participate. Now that's exactly I go do. Like how we do 2012, where we come back for contest 2018 where we win.
All right. Okay, gentlemen, we get 5 more minutes. We are given 5 minutes on a roundup. Fabulem. Yeah, Mr. Kamo, you help we take the text then first. Law we what's in this one say first? Law take like 4 texts then, and then we give them 5 minutes for roundup.
Yeah, though I see some of the text there, they attack people and personality way I believe they not be right for each some.
That's all. So not read them.
No, not
Yeah.
Anyway, we attack, not read them.
We don't want them. We don't want.
Yeah, anyway, we attack, not read them.
They say the only way we can do a fresh election is to fire all ECSL commissioners, fire top police and military officers, appoint new judges, and bringing in neutral judges from ECOWAS.
And where would that be done?
All right. Now we will take another one. This one they come up from Bravo team. Yeah.
How many ministers? I believe some ministers. How many ministers BO already created, and where BO is going to get the money to pay the? Anyway, they read exactly how the people then put down. I believe say this person in points is therefore talk say he creates a lot of new ministries and inside will get money for pay them. Well, I just add small to that before. Well, I believe say that just one ministry then separate. I believe so. I don't know if new one they come.
Yes, another one.
Take them to court.
When you don't know, so
the next question. take them to court to compel them to release the data. The honorable don't talk on that. They say they don't trust the court and they won't be going to. So I don't think that will be happening.
All right.
Anyway.
This one they come up from Alfred Kelly.
Why were you guys dancing for the MCC money if you guys are independent?
All right. So, Famule, now we hand over the mic again to the Honorable for 5 minutes. Yes, Honorable Muni, you get 5 minutes for round up the program. What you want to say, if you get any message for
yes, my message where I want to use this opportunity for pass now that my brothers them no say they don't lose the election, then demands the number for be met, then they not continue for they send bad message we go portray the country image bad. We want to see Sierra Leone being a country admired by any other country in the world. We know say when we go for the Security Council election, we get 188 votes. That is very good for we as a country. We all see this country don't win the MCC award. We're very good for we as a country. And when you look on that day, with democratic principle, where they say they to test. Now, part of the assessment that we make we win the MCC because we pass the fight on democracy. We trajectory the whole put. We make them say yes, we on track, we pass them. So, the only message you have to pass, be you an APC, be you an SLPP, wherever you find yourself, let we put Stallone first. We pledge, don't tell we say, I pledge my love and loyalty to my country, Sierra Leone. So let we not pledge we love and loyalty to a political party them. Let we pledge to Sierra Leone and deliver for Sierra Leone and make sure say Sierra Leone better for we. Some of we, if we come on Sierra Leone for go waka, and when we go waka, we come back. Why? Because we get we investment them where we no want come on here because their investment and they continue for employing Sierra Leoneans them and make sure say we continue for add the lives of the Sierra Leonean them. Like my brother where they say government don't add more ministers inside the money they come out. I can always talk them. Sierra Leone now an independent nation. We continue for raise money for ourselves and take care of ourselves. Whatever they come now an addition. So if I get a message for pass, that side there they call me brother them, let them come on board, let we make Salone. 2028 we go back into election and absolutely we are going to beat them because we don't begin already for campaign for 2028. Thank you.
All right. Yes. Honorable AKK, you said get 5 minutes. Honorable, you there with me? Family, it seems as if perhaps Honorable not able to continue because, yeah, Honorable, they get me?
I think they try for reconnect anyway.
Yeah, they try for reconnect.
Very bad. Quickly, Honorable Munio, why should you wait for AKK? You talk about for let we build the reputation of the country. It look a bit contradicting because like I see.
All right, I think Honorable don't come.
Yes, are they online? Are they online with you now?
Okay. You come in.
You know, it is sad. It is sad for our country in democracy and the respectability we don't get over the years when it comes to democracy. I think in West Africa, after Ghana.
Yes, Honorable. You get me?
I get to now clearly. All
right, you said get 5 minutes now for let you round up the program if you get a message, but you get 5 minutes anyway.
All right. It's sad for a country like Sierra Leone, after Ghana and West Africa. Now we now be the other country where they be the tick for get serious democratic credentials. It's sad for out of arrogance and waiting at the refer to as deliberacy of political leaders for flowing to a country to outside it is so. My brother they talk about going to parliament to work. If the rest no get salt na the pot, you pull another you get and salt and not still make and taste good as if it don't originally taste. If we have a problem as a country, we are calling for an institution to bring results forward. I think all we need for do collectively as Sierra Leoneans, no matter how side you dey, now for join the voice of both the political party and the international community for bring out the result of and for let ECSL bring out the results as disaggregated. When you look at what ECSL bring as a result, when you divide them by the total number of polling centers in Sierra Leone, it means say you get 350 per one polling station. You understand? Where the actual number for the are 300. This is why we are calling, bring out the results. You understand? Bring out the results by polling centers. Now, when I get the mandate for doing, I'll still later on say by 92 of the Public Election Act, where we make in the presence of Mohamed Kone, he asks that then for GUI results certified by district and regional. It was not done. We also did say, for we own respect now the wall. Now big institutions them don't question we so. Say this process is not correct. Let us prove them wrong. You understand? Let we prove them wrong. Say no, hey, guess what? We are not getting correct. This now waiting ECSL don't put. This now waiting other institution and don't come and verify say this result is credible. It is simple as drinking water. You don't publish me result as a lecturer, you understand? Meaning you get the raw grade. Now you get the paper and the raw grade. Give us the raw paper and the grade. It's just like in a university. You say I no pass. I say, look, I go appeal. Then give me the script. You dey get am, eh? Then give me the raw grade and I watch them. That's all. So it is not difficult to call for anything. So we are asking peacefully for the country in sake, for integrity as a nation, that we get a clear, fair platform in which we result as a country will be published. When it is done, we go back to normalcy. But if it is not done, we are sorry. We will not go back. We not go dignify illegitimacy. We not go do them. We not go add salt to injury of the people. As we talk, so when they call for peace, we get over 1,000 of we members them within at different police cells and prisons for doing nothing. Even when they were victims, they were still locked up. We get a situation in which we own presidential candidates in Pujol, in Bo, in Kenima, in 38, they're fire tear gas for them. This is injustice. We have not asked for much. We for be commended as a political party. From Usa don't come out to Usa we did so. It should say we are so resilient. But we are saying for posterity of our own nation, for the furtherance of we democracy, enough is enough. We need to put a stop to this impunity. That's all we are saying. We have not done anything. How you for be feel if we be going to bush and begin fencing for our people them? If we be called for demonstration and stop the economic buoyancy of the country, how you for feel? But we are saying in all of this, we are going to stay back. We all with political participation as a party until the right thing is done. I don't think that never cause anything. And not going to even take ECSL 2 minutes for publish the result where they don't collate. Now then collect them. Now they mark the paper. Now they keep the result before they publish and
all right. Okay, gentlemen. We thank you very, very much. All right. Yes. Kamo, you want to put anything now before we round up? I think Honorable.
Yeah, me also go round up. Now 2 things I notice. You understand? We now my observation by the whole thing, and of course, me not get clear answers there, and I mean, they try to get them in the interest of we peers. And one at the start with Honorable AKK on part, and I don't see there's a bit of twist way from the first part. That I be my own personal opinion where the APC party they put out their employee statement. They make a lot of demands then, and of course, me have been talking personally. That I my own view. They've been bogus. They not they achieve them anyway. But now tactically, where the honorable they talk, they don't water them down. They don't ask for something very simple, way achievable anyway. I believe say if the APC stick around and that will be done anyway, and that will give them an argument. We just need the result by polling station. That to me it resonates with a lot of Sierra Leoneans and anybody because it will make so much sense, legit, you know what I mean. But like the first one say you they dictate and some of the things that we been doing at the press statement is self-serving. Una XYZ them travel ban, una cancel this election, we'll go into another one. You know, there was a lot into it because I been look at you know they in a position where you even want dialogue on election, you don't take some kind of stringent stance there and we probably nobody will listen to anyway, that be making difficult. But tonight, I read them from repeatedly where they come, we talk and say, okay, we just want the result them by polling station. So Honorable Muniru, there is one thing where he go at one point at the interview, I ask him about the credibility where the international partners them don't talk about. And how that will be looked into. He say, we are a sovereign state with the go, blah, blah, blah. You know, he get an argument again where he put forward. But in the end, now in final submission or in conclusion, they can say, okay, yeah, we need for put salon force, we need for get build with reputation, globally. And so that means they say, look contradictory. It's something say, you care less, who that are the international bodies there, what can they do? Obviously, they're not going to go overthrow salon. They're not going to force any kind of military intervention or anything. That mean no than they obviously. Salon will continue to operate. But there is one thing to have. If they continue for say, okay, when I conduct an election, will not be credible and not much has been done for long to rebuild that trust, it find it difficult for let you build this your reputation globally and international, and more so with the countries that we get the strongest democracy, we then still get issue with that. Russia and China don't do it, and then get their own system there they operate. But it's pretty much more different from waiting there happen now the western part of the world. These are the two concerns them, but the two political parties, that are my own pathway at the end of it. This, I believe, say the SFP, this is something that they has to or they must work on try for build that party because it is all over. Everybody say there was transparency issue. When I need to address this, we get to take that arrogance part of oh yeah, we not sovereignty state, blah blah. You get to see how you will approach the nation there and how much you will do for let you build your relationship, you rebuild them anyway with them and your reputation, of course. And the part of the APC, they don't bring in kind of the water down then demands them, and I think what say they ask for that can be easily looked into, and I believe say them will give them then the over time, then I believe say we will get a solution to it. And that I'm observation by all you and that's so me go end down. And I thank them so much for their contribution with them.
All right, Honorable, we know we will thank you enough. We hope say una will spare time in future for join back the Talking Point platform. People in Naya, they appreciate you now, and they themselves want to use this chance for telling us plenty thank you. All you want to wake call, we tell us plenty thank you because time don't late now for the Honorable there. Now 1 hour don't will be agree, but now 1 hour 30 minutes now. And so we know we will take further calls here. We're sorry for that. We tell us plenty thank you for the attempt. And we don't call as well. So until then, una bye-bye. We will join us back probably tomorrow with another important segment. Me now, Mr. Komon-Tok.
Oh yeah, Talking Point platform, TTP-TV. Oh yeah, Unale we pledge, we love and loyalty to we sweet mama salute.